أنتظر صديقي قاعد يسوي له شغل في الجهاز، وهذا هو. صديق ثاني برضه قاعد هناك اللي ورا هذا فيو، ما أدري وش، اثنين هم تقريبا. واحد اثنين قاعدين، واحد هنا في الدائرة وواحد هناك جالس يعني هي زي الأجهزة تحطها زي الدواء، ثلاثة كذا، أربعة مدري إيش. فصديق جالس بدي الدائرة خليه، وصديق ثاني هناك جالسين يطقطقون على الأجهزة. I should speak in English. لا بتكلم بالعربي. In English better, so that people wouldn't understand, because when I explain in English I don't explain perfect explanation. الأرض يرثها عباد الله الصالحين. لا who is the obvious God? يعني أوكي، في شخص مات بطريقة بشعة من الأوروبيين والغربيين، يؤمن وكان يحارب الكنيسة. Someone who died from the European. They say white supremacists. They don't understand the hidden things. This person, the one who killed him is basically the Institute of Religion and Institute of Political. We're talking about someone who died centuries and centuries ago. That's the obvious God to those who cannot see. That's their Jesus. I don't know how to explain it, but now he is in control, mainly in the West. And now God grant him a kingdom, a power. He grant him something in dunya. Now he didn't die in a perfect belief. ما مات بطريقة. He's fine with freedom. That's it. There is something. This is considered the goddess of this world. Okay, we can go to Qareen, but still they sense the glory of success. This is them. We are living in him. When we talk about the community interaction, God grant him. And he really basically died believing that the church should keep its mouth shut, and that the monarch, they are normal human beings and they shouldn't bother us. There is one above them. He believed that women are fully free, the man. I'm not talking about the faggot feminist, and I know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, you can say whatever you want. And he believed that now we don't want to feel pity for good ones among them. There is bad ones among them. The gays. He believed that males have the right to be whatever they want. They want to be gay, be gay. No one have the right to execute any prostitute, any faggot, faggot. I mean, someone who wants to be fucked, not a pervert searching for children. He believed in freedom. He believed that you have the right to call yourself Christian, but you have no right to bother anyone. Your Christianity needs to be very, very flexible. This is the faith. He have a big fucking issue with Islam. Big issue with Muhammad. Did you talk to him, Tariq? Well, everyone is saying that they're talking to spirit. Someone said I talked to Allah as a giant. Why not? If these fuckers are saying whatever, no, fucker is a good word. There is something we need to search for. If these people are saying that we are, why not? Yeah, I talked to him. Now he's from the Western, not an Eastern Europe, not Russia. I'm not going to miss anything more. I have a problem with Islam. Islam is not flexible. At the end, his power will vanish. He will collapse. But this is him. Democracy, freedom. There is good things in him. Oh yeah, sometimes better than so many Muslim leader, amirs, thinker, philosopher who used to live, because he really into humanitarian, but he's not God. He's not aware of the full background with all sequences, the complicity, how complicated it is. He's not aware. Now, no one has the right to say, we're aware, that's why we need the capital punishment, and we deal in a very aggressive way with these women or with these gays or with this. No. I'm talking about Islam. Allah sending messengers, Muhammad, final messenger. Better speak in English so that people would, what is the word? Lost? No, not to be lost. They can't shield. They can't see what I'm trying to say. He will have his time. He's basically fine with the Hindus because the Hindus are changing. He do not care about religion itself. He considered the religion. Honestly, he died. I don't want to mention how they killed them. It was a horrible way. But really, he was not a brave fighting. No, he was not aggressive. He was very nice person, not searching for fights. But he believed that I'm ready to die for this. Your church is rubbish. The Pope is rubbish. You're rubbish. Kings, they are normal human beings. No. You don't do this. People need to talk, need to speak. This is not the way. This is not humanitarian. You're horrible. He was very polite, and they killed him. So no, I don't want to live, he said. And he represented himself. No life. I don't want to live. I'm dead. No, I'm not going to live in this medieval times. Accepting, I'm talking about this Western version. Now God is granting him what he wants. You can find him in the streets and the building, but you can't sense him. He's the God of the West. He is the God of the West. Your faith is within you. Jesus is someone who died. Hinduism is something within you. This is how you want to interact in spiritual level. Dealing, that's it. Nothing more. You don't impose nothing. We find and we search for what's good for our community, as long as it's not bothering anyone other choice. And he's getting power right now, but not forever. God's giving him. Now I'm not saying that he is the first class enemy of God. No. He is not obedience to God, and at the end there will be failure. This doesn't mean that Daesh are doing great. No. You need to listen carefully to this, because this is something higher than your levels. In China there is a God. Communism. Koreans, I have spoken once about it. Those who God returned them and they sense it even while they're dead. Look, this is what you call for. You died for it. I'm going to grant you it. حتى يقضي الله أمرا كان مقضيا. Peace be upon Muhammad. Let's finish. Second state. Kollo. Unjust, whatever. At the end, God have said, this is my bath. This is my bath. I mean directly, this is my bath. 8 is it, I have sent messengers. Muhammad is the final messenger. هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون اسألوا أهل الذكر. There is a lot of verses and someone said viruses, Quran verses in Quran explain how the creator and the father of this existence, the owner, founder, creator of existence, is talking to his higher rank creatures when it comes to those who are related to dunya, to those who are in this circle that is related to dunya, human. and also jinn, regardless. In 2022, the final stage of, not the final, 20th century is, he is there. Yes, there is. Do you mean this is Satan's century? No. I mean how the people are using it. Look at the so-called Hindus, look at those who call themselves Jews, how they are dealing with this who is not a god. No, he's not. He cannot. فزادوهم رهقا. This is jinn, not ins. Though this is part of the Qareen, but because it's related as well to the shayateen. Regardless, honestly, because there is this word. This word is there. But this do not mean that you go deep and live in it. No. You live in the material world and understand the spiritual world through understanding Quran, and it's not the favorite subject, even when it's come to God. It shouldn't be your favorite subject. Yes, because you cannot. وما أوتيتم من العلم إلا قليلا. You cannot reach the final level of understanding it. He is here. He will have his time. When we talk about the nation that is considered affecting the world, the West, since many decades and centuries, since the colonizing era, he have an issue with Islam, because Islam is not. This is influencing the world. Look at the globalism. There is elite rule in Russia, and there is the Russian people, part of the global community. Now these so-called secular, so-called liberals, how it is. This is how he think. He literally believe that humans are equal. He will never consider black or yeah. He might feel that these people are lower than us, especially at medieval time, but he considered these the others, either they're black or whatever, because he knew things in there, especially the history, that they have the right to be treated. I'm not gonna, yes, equal, but the way not harming to them. This is how I think. Equal, but it's not harming. It's complicated. I don't know how to explain it. So there is failure within the views that he provides. I'm not talking about a mortal. أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون الشهداء. I'm not talking about يدخلون الجنة من غير حساب. I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about someone, God is going to give him something. You know, you have fully and absolutely the right to say rubbish what you say. Fine. I'm not even harmed. Let's come to this point. But there is those who believe in Christianity. For example, I need to close because this is security manners. Are you closing?
No, not yet. What time is it now? I've not got my watch. The battery's died on it.
20, I think. 22. 20.
So it's 22.
Yes. Still.
Yeah, well, we can do another watch.
No problem. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. So, those who believe in Christianity, they work for him. They are changing Christianity the way it is suitable for him. And it works. It is absolutely the so-called Christian faith based on this face of Jesus. I don't know, there is people who could. Face of Jesus, he's a Messiah, he's a Savior. God grant him this God. And Satan is working. It's absolutely the so-called Christian faith right now. When you look at how it is working in church, look at England, for example. Even the part of the Western world, Catholic, Protestant. Now, the new way, not a horrible, closed one, and KKK, no. It's open. But the church is there for you. Jesus is there for you. He inherited Jesus. He inherited this name. Oh, I understand this. The so-called Hinduism, Sikh temple, you need to adjust with this standard. Am I saying wrong or right? No, I didn't. Islam doesn't work. Look at the Sikh. In the Sikh temple, Mr. His Majesty, for example, this is an example. His Majesty, there is others, but this is a very important leader. This man have a charisma. He is a very honorable person. King Charles. I mean, I truly respect this man. Honestly, I respect him. I respect him, honestly, King Charles. Regardless of any other thing. This gentleman, regardless of any other things, he have this charisma that, honestly, this gentleman went to a Sikh temple. How do I feel about Sikhs? Wonderful people. Nice. Nice. I worked with Sikhs before. Literally. They were very generous with me and nice. Because I deserve it. Anyway, he went and he did this salute. In Islam, you are not invited to do any prayer whatsoever. Do you want to go to the toilet? I'm just asking him whether he want to go to the toilet and come back. Doesn't mean I'll go with you to the toilet, baby. No. And then we go. If he do not want, he said later. Not yet. If he do not, then I'll close the telephone and go. Because I don't like making people wait for me. Though they will be more than happy to wait because I am VIP important. Anyway. In masjid, I'm sorry to use this term, you are not welcome and not invited to do any sort of recycling or house worshipping, masjid or prayer or sujood. No. You are welcome to come to the masjid. We explain to you, we sit with you, we give you coffee, and we welcome you. You don't do this, no, there is no need. No, you don't give any sort of respect to God except if you are in it. If you are in it, you're welcome. And we do your prayer without, this have nothing to do with Islam. It's because, and the Quran said, what about if one day you worship our God and one day we worship your God? And God said, no, either they are committed or I don't want anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of course, there is a lot of compliment and mujamalat and this is how we pray. Yes, but Islam itself, you're not talking about Christianity before Constantine, after Constantine, Catholic, Protestant. You don't. Worshipping Mary, not worship. No, you don't. Someone will say, what about those and those so-called Muslims as well? They are very flexible. I don't want to mention like the so-called Shiite. But real Islam is not flexible. No, it's not. Either you're in it or you're out. At the end, God is the final decision maker. Okay? Leave the final, what I said about religion and things. I'm not good in explaining it. Ignore it, delete it, what I said about King Charles worshipping. I'm not good in explaining. I didn't explain enough. Islam is very nice, moderate, and beautiful submission to the owner, founder, creator of existence. I didn't bring anything from me. God has sent messengers, and Muhammad is the final messenger. That the first friend is walking his way. This is the second friend. They're growing guys there. Everyone going to the toilet. Let's go. What? I went for 20 minutes and I returned back. I didn't even move, okay? Don't think. Just I have a good sense of humor. I'm a very nice person, you know what I'm saying? No, not you know what I'm saying, a very nice person. Ukraine is for us and you need to deal with this. No, that doesn't mean anything, no. What's it? Zelensky must die. No, do you get the point? Good. Secularism. Honestly, he was granted. You are welcome. Take it. And it's work, but at the end, and he will be granted the word. Now, what about the Antichrist? How can you distinguish between these who are influenced through their points and ideas, how people are inspired, but they don't know who is inspiring them, or whispering, and then I'm not talking about this, but I'm talking about how, and the Antichrist, Satan himself. It's a very complicated, very complicated. It's like a house. It's like a house. I don't know how to say it. Satan is behind the CCTV cameras. Putting liquid that tastes good, but there is some certain poison in it. And God teaching say, don't touch this liquid. And the thought of this conqueror in his time is the thought and the walls and how you deal with this water from its sink, which is good and healthy based on God teaching, and the other who have, I don't know, man. The explanation is horrible, terrible. It is the same, honestly, in a small in Africa. There is also what they call goddess. Worship goddess. The problem is that there is so-called Christian, for example, among the black who do not want to deal with this white man. They don't like how the church is working, because this is the work of Satan. Satan knows that is suitable for them, the Taghut, there, who is fine with the so-called Christian faith. That's why, I don't know, so-called Christians, so-called Shiite, and the so-called Hindus and the so-called Buddhists. Why are you mentioning Christianity? Because look at the colonizing power. Here we're back, Salahuddin. Back, what do you mean? We're saying back to France. This is an army leader from France. He said, here we're back, Salahuddin. Colonizing time, centuries ago. What the fuck is this? I don't know how to explain to you. Could you believe this 22 minutes? What did I say in this 22 minutes? 22 minutes? Since I started recording. Times goes on so fast, so fast.